BenDaDonnn told Drake to remove all those club bangers from Iceman.
Hey, man, Iceman on the way, Jack. Iceman on the way.
Did you hear it already?
I heard like 6, 7 songs.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, but I went back. When I had heard it, I was like, okay. I said, this shit going crazy. I was like, and I told the boy, I was like, we want to hear bars. Like, we want to hear some more bars because he had like some dope ass, like, turned up club shit. He had like, you know what I'm saying, the shit for the ladies. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to hear some bars. And he was like, you know what? Say no more. And then he said I went back and scratched so much shit. He said, I'm dropping bars in the house.
What's up, words? Your boy Challz Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash outs to CLBMG. Join that membership. And all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. So listen, man. Your man BenDaDonnn said he talked to Drake. He talked to your boy. And he told him, get all that club shit, all that happy-go-lucky, that party shit, all that stuff for them ladies. Scrap that shit. Take it off of there. You need to come with bangers. We need bars. We need you on some timestamp shit. We need that Drake. We need that guy, right? I want to say that 100% he's wrong because that's not who his audience is, and that's not who's going to be checking for this. You're not going to win over a bunch of hard leg ass backpack niggas. You're not going to. I need you to just understand what's going on. The people that's looking for that, they're not going to check that record for that. Now, people that are your fans, some of them going to want to hear that, but for the most part, a lot of them going to want you to get big records and do big numbers because they got a whole lot on the line if this thing don't, right? I know Homeboy is your man's and this, that, and the third, but I think what he's telling you, gang, it might be steering you wrong because if you do a whole bunch of hippity-hoppity, you trying to compete with the Clips, you're going to do the Clips numbers, and you definitely don't want to do that. At the end of the day, you got to put shit that they going to want to repeat all over the globe. It got to transcend all kind of different styles and this, that, and the third, and you know your audience is pop. So you can't try to compete with Let God Sort Them Out or no shit like that at all. You can't be Stove God Cooks all of a sudden. All right, Homeboy is bugging out because I know what he's trying to say. He's saying you just lost this battle. They calling you. They saying you're not hip hop. They saying you're not of the culture. You sitting up here 2 years still trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, you streaming and you're the #1 streamer in the world. But if you come back on this block and that album ain't right, they going he looking at it like this your last chance to get right with hip hop. Well, the only problem with that is if you try to get right in hip hop with the wrong crowd, if you try to go for the wrong people with the wrong agenda, that thing gonna be really, really bad. It's gonna flop really bad. What he needs to understand is you're the #1 stream artist in the world because you put out a lot of music and a lot of that music hit. And a lot of that stuff was pop. A lot of people waiting on you to get them party jams, gang. You can't be coming back scrapping all the party shit. But Homeboy, like on some, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, no, keep it real, son. Yeah, okay, we gonna see. I'm gonna read this article and have a conversation. But end of the day, I ain't got no dog in the fight anyway. Not the odds of me listening to it is slim and none. So it don't matter what I think end of the day. And Cole was right. He said, these guys with these podcasts and these shows that already feel a way about you, they not going to call your album a classic. He's right. I'm not going to ever call it a classic. I mean, he haven't had one up to this point, so why would this one be a classic? Especially with all this confusion about what to even put on it. End of the day, they're still trying to figure out what it should be. They're still trying to figure out what's going to go on it. Should it be this good? It's 2 years. This thing we've been hearing about Iceman. I keep saying this since August 2024. On their own Wikipedia page, they said that this thing been in the making since August 2024. It is March. Is it March of 2026? We still trying to figure out. People still giving you advice on this thing. Take off all the club bangers. This is insane for you to even listen to this nonsense. And Homeboy, the other dude, Chris, whatever, he's saying Drake ain't gonna put the album out because of the label. He waiting for the lawsuit to settle. Guess what? Newsflash, he can stop the lawsuit tomorrow. He's the one appealing it. He's the one that put the lawsuit in play. So Homeboy, Chris Pine or whatever his name is, I don't know what his name is, but he said that he's not going to drop anything until the lawsuit is settled. Well, guess what? He can settle it, right? He can get up tomorrow. He can say, hey, Wayne, Barry, listen, you guys are great. I like what you did. You stuck with me through thick and thin, but I think I'm going to end it. Just retract everything. I get it. I know what it takes, but just Just get it done, okay, guys? Thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. That's it. Hang up. Bang. He can end the shit tomorrow. So I don't know why he would wait for the law. You're not going to win it. It was dismissed, and the appeal you can't introduce new evidence in an appeal. So it has no chance. So he can end it himself. So the people thinking that he's waiting for UMG to settle or whatever the hell's going on, think again. That's going to be a long ass wait. So I personally don't believe it has nothing to do with the lawsuit at this point. Right, homeboy was like, would you put him out if he was actively in a lawsuit against you? Would you work his record? Yes, they're going to work his record because they don't need him to say he got damages, or now they're going to flake on him. That's going to add to the lawsuit. He'll open up another lawsuit. Oh, they won't promote me correctly the way they did. It'll be another lawsuit. If UMG don't promote Iceman right, it'll be another lawsuit. So hell yeah, they're going to promote it. So stop that narrative. That's not going to work. Let me read this article, man. BenDaDonnn claims Drake scrapped club records from Iceman by Zachary Horvath for HotNewHipHop.com. Given where Drake is, thanks largely to the Kendrick Lamar battle, fans want him to prove that he can still bar it up with the best of him. I think that he going to do what he does, which is sprinkle in some of them records, this, that, and the third, or put the last 4 or 5 records all like type of timestamp, and I can still rap type shit, put it all on the end of that like he did the other one. I think, what record was that? Was that the Honestly Nevermind, where he put he put some rap records at the end of that, or was it For All the Dogs? One of them he took and put Scary Hours 4 or some shit on the end of it. I don't know, but end of the day, I think this one might end up like that, where you get a bunch of really, really, I don't know what kind of word I'm looking for. I'm not going to say good, because I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but you're going to get really, really harder, I guess, or more hip-hop-ish stuff. I don't think that's going to lead the album out. I think it's going to be at the end. He'll put that at the end for the guys like me and you that say he don't rap enough. Like he say, y'all say I don't rap enough, end of the day. But let's see. Let me continue. There's no doubt that Drake knows what it takes to make a killer club banger. He's done it time and time again throughout his illustrious career. Even though his material hasn't hit the same for the most part, he still got fans, especially the ladies, jumping with No Kid last year. A lot of guys jumping with that shit. I'm just going to be honest. I've heard more guys wanting to jump to that than the ladies. Let's just keep it a buck. The guys was the one pushing that thing. While no one is going to complain about receiving more slappers in this vein, many Drake fans don't want that on Iceman. Even though every album of his has weight to it, the vibe around this next one is a little different. Now, this is the thing. Do they only want it for themselves, or do they want to try to prove it to us? Like, don't prove nothing to us. Don't make an album for us, because we ain't the ones going to have to stream it over and over. The people like myself, we'll listen to it once, twice tops, be gone with it. You don't make no shit for us, gang, because we might not be at the party at all. So I don't want, unless your fans really want to hear all this rough and tough mafioso shit, don't do it for us. Okay? Just show you motherfuckers understand what's going on. This ain't for me, gang. So don't do no whole lot of bars and rappity rapping and lyrical miracle shit for me. I probably won't never hear the shit. But we'll see. Let me continue. People don't want to talk about the Kendrick Lamar battle anymore, and for good reason. It's been over for about a year now, and the community just wants to focus on more current things happening. But at the same time, it's why this album is important for Drake to hit it out of the park. Supporters and doubters alike want to hear the boy deliver more rap-focused tracks on Iceman. Everyone knows he can make a radio hit, but with the stock in him arguably being lower than it's ever been, thanks to the loss, which they still contending his loss to this day, folks want to see him come back with a vengeance. They want to see him barred up, and they really, just be honest, the undercurrent is they want to see him rip Kendrick. They want to see him rip Kendrick and Cole. Let's just be honest. There's a weird ass friendly truce right now with the Kendrick and the Cole fans. I'm sorry, with the Drake and the Cole fans. They're riding for everything Cole is doing right now. I usually can explain a lot of shit. I can't explain, right? I put some shit up about J. Cole today, and fucking 400 Drake fans is in there defending him. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I thought you guys were mad at this guy, but apparently they're seeing something that they need to defend in him. So they're hand in hand with this guy. But honestly, they still want him to get him back for leaving him at the altar when they were supposed to start this beef hand in hand. All right, let me continue. BenDaDonnn is one of those people in his circle who feels that way. In fact, during a recent live stream with DDG, he claims Drake had quite a few turned up club tracks on and shit for the ladies. I'm sure somebody heard this, that he told him to take that off, and they is pissed. I'm sure they is pissed, okay? Most of his fans want that, even the male ones, so I don't know why you keep saying shit for the ladies. The males are the ones that want this shit, gang. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Let me continue. But the rapper claim, remember they were saying that year, right around the time after the battle, when the battle was phasing out and we were still the smoke was still clearing, and they were like, y'all niggas don't like Drake because y'all don't get no pussy. These are the guys that's saying this. They want this stuff. Those are the guys. So I don't know why you keep making it like the ladies want these records. These guys want these records. Let me continue, man. But the rapper claims he told the Toronto MC, bro, we need some bars. He was like, you know what? Say no more. So Drake feeding into it, and he, I guess, going to go back to the drawing board yet again. I'm sure they got about 5 iterations of this album. Whatever you heard last year, Aiden Ross claims he heard it last year, and it was going to be this, that, and the third. It don't even sound like that no more. Whatever Aiden Ross and Maul heard, and they done chalked it up that they got it. I don't think you got it because Homeboy agreed to make 5 new songs. Moreover, BenDaDonnn claims he actually followed through and scratched so much shit. But imagine being that, let me just say this. Imagine being that unsure that this guy can just say, you need to cut it, and you just start cutting it. Just like that, with no real discussion, you just start dropping songs, deleting shit. That shit means you don't know what your goal is with this album. You don't know what you want to put on here. You're trying to please everybody and you're listening to every opinion. Sometimes you just got to lock yourself in the studio, have a couple people come in and work with you and just finish it up and call it what it is. I don't know why you would listen to this random guy. I'm not going to say he's random because I don't know the nigga. But at the end of the day, he's going to make you delete all these records just out of nowhere that you've been working on for, at this point, years. Let's just be honest. This shit 2 years old. Let me continue. The Memphis native says this all went down after hearing 6 or 7 songs from Iceman. From what he heard, now imagine, he only heard, so that's not even the whole album. He heard 6 or 7 songs and told this nigga, this ain't it. Didn't even hear the whole album, gang. He heard probably half of what this dude has recorded and was like, this ain't it. Out of 6 or 7 songs. You know how much of that shit has to be trashed for Homeboy to stop everything and say, yeah, Homeboy, back to the drawing board. This joint ain't it at all. This joint's struggling, dog. I'm just going to be honest. That's why he considering Future and this, that, and the third. He don't know. He just doesn't know what to do. The stakes are so high at this point. You've waited too long. What he should have did is drop 3 albums already because you're waiting too long. Now this thing got it's too much build up for it. Let me continue. From what he heard, he was messing with the project overall, which is a good sign, despite there being what he claims an excess of club joints. You heard 6 or 7 songs, and it's an excess of club joints. So let me try to do the math on this if my math is mathing. Let's just give you the height. You heard 7 songs. If you heard 7 songs and it's too much club joints, that means by the wackiest of math, 4 out of the 7 is club joints. More than half. So you're saying is out of 7 joints, more than half is club joints, and you cut it off and said you gotta do better. This ain't boding well, gang, for what you're saying that you're trying to achieve with this record. Also in the clip caught by ex-user Kino, Ben says it's on the way. They keep Iceman's on the way. They keep saying this, but dude is still tweaking it and making new records. How is it on the way? I don't understand. This thing is like a buzzword at this point that ain't going nowhere. Ain't got no buzz, ain't got no words that nobody care about. Let me continue. Ben says it's on the way, which isn't really saying much, sadly. We've heard that time and time again over the last few months, and nothing has come to fruition, except for a whole bunch of snippets and skippets. It seems a few things are playing a part in Iceman taking a while to release. Leaks, reworks of the track list, and allegedly his UMG lawsuit are causing uncertainty. Chris Blake Griffith claims that Drake wants the legal war to be settled before dropping it. If that's the case, then it may be a while before the album lands on streaming services. That thing is taking forever because bro don't know what he wants to do with it. If a random dude could tell you, and I know this is man, they do the streams together and they whatever, this, that, and the third, and whatever, right? End of the day, and dude does, I think he does music with him, I'm not sure. But end of the day, if dude can tell you this, out of hearing 7 songs and you go back to the drawing board again, you're not sure what you're doing. You don't know what you want to do with this record, and it's pretty spooky for you right now. Listen, man, you messed up after the battle. Just say that. Just say that. End of the day, man, it ain't. I ain't got no dog in the fight. I'm just here to tell you the story how I hear it, and In my opinion, bro need to do what he normally does and go for big records, swing for the fences. You're not going to change hearts and minds. Just make your money and get a lot of sales. That's it. That's all. I'm out of here, man. Listen, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. And every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show, me, TJ, and Fliz, about 9:15, 9:30. Also, the Patreon is up. I think we 19 episodes in. Get on over to that Patreon. We got all level tiers of membership, including free. All right, lock in. Let me know what you're doing over there and get in the comments. All right. Shit. Also, we got a new song called Peanut Butter Tims off the What Project. THA What Project on all streaming services. That video is in my videos on my profile on YouTube. Head down there, get in the comments, watch it. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, share the shit if you like it. All right. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe and put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.